Mike Chacho, King God, what it is, I don't even know, bruh.
Yo, what's good, world? Hey, first of all, I want to thank y'all for tuning in to the I Don't Even Know, Bruh podcast with your host, King God, and your other host, Mike Chacho. What up, Mike Chacho? Hey, listen, we've been seeing y'all checking out our website. Thank y'all so much for visiting our website, checking out all the info, the giveaways, and everything we're doing moving forward. But y'all missing one thing. Go grab the merch. Grab the merch, support the podcast. This is how we keep it going, right? And not only that, 10% of it going to our foundation, the Royalty Knowledge and Culture Foundation, where we keep on helping the community and build a community that way also. So it's for a good cause. So once again, go grab the merch, and thank y'all for tuning in to the I Don't Even Know Bruh podcast with your host King God and your other host Mike Chacho. What up, Mike Chacho? Appreciate y'all. One.
This I don't even know, bruh.
Yo, what's good? Where are you tuning into the I Don't Even Know Bruh podcast with your host King God and your other host Mike Chacho. What up, Mike? Yo,
What's good, bro? What's going on?
man, life, man. What you know, bro?
I don't even know, bro. I don't even know.
Most definitely. New day, new second, but the same shit.
Same shit.
Same shit, bro. Same shit. Let's start off, man, because this is a touchy subject, man. It's close to home for you, for sure. Close to home for both of us, to be honest with you. Know, with family being in Jacksonville, Florida. Let's talk about the shooting, man. The shooting that just happened this past Saturday, at the Dollar General in Jacksonville, Florida, near the Edwards Water University, historically black university. Whoever, if y'all don't know who Edward Water University is, man. So, from the story and from the news line, it was told this white supremacist white boy, from Jacksonville or from the area, the suburb area, went into the Dollar General telling, as I read, I see different stories of it, but it was a hate crime. He had everything written for nigger this, nigger that, had signs on the guns. He just wanted to go kill some black people. So again, this has been going on for forever, bro. This ain't nothing new. It's gonna continue going on. I want to say rest easy, rest in peace to all three of the victims that lost their life from this senseless act. All you doing is shopping, or being at work, and you just never know when something can occur and happen to you. So rest easy to them, to the victim, and much love to y'all family. But let's talk about this little white boy that it keeps happening, bro, over and over again. This white boy was prepared once again, had gear, bulletproof vest, and had all the armor to protect himself. Just on some punk shit, like most of them do. It's a sad case, man, and I mean you can kind of go both ways with it, because you can see some comments just saying that, oh man, if I was there, or oh man, we need to be more prepared. It's not that. Yeah, we need to be more prepared. We need to be on our P's and Q's, man. But it's kind of like, damn, I'm at the dollar store, I'm grabbing a loaf of bread. You know what I'm saying? I can't be like this every goddamn time I grab an item either. You see what I'm saying? So
right.
Yes, we have to be prepared. Yes, we have to be armed as much as possible. And I think we preach about this all the time, man. Just about gun safety and being armed. Everybody has to have some type of weapon on you. I don't care if it's from mace to a taser, to a gun. You got to have some type of weapon on you to protect yourself in situations like this. It's unfortunate that it happened and this white boy killed himself. It's just some coward shit going on out there. It doesn't make any sense at all. So I just think it's just ridiculous, bro. It's this ongoing thing, and then we can also bring in y'all governor down there also, DeSantis, and the shit that he bringing to just y'all state of mind as far as just the hateful things that he bringing out in his speeches and just the way he's going about things. You can talk more about it. I know you down there in that area, so you can talk a little bit more about what's going on down there in Jacksonville, or is there any marching going on, or what's going on moving forward?
Rest in peace to the family, to the families that had to deal with that senselessness. From my understanding, actually, he's lived in my subdivision, with his parents, right? And I want to start off by saying mental health, 9 times out of 10, is not an excuse. You know, I take mental health medicine. You know what I'm saying? I know plenty of mental health people.
They can't keep saying that mental health stuff when they white people, bro.
So it's a choice, right? Who I blame him. I blame his parents for not, going to see what's going on with his son in their household. Apparently he had a lot of racial type of stuff on the internet and in his room and stuff like that. If you see something, say something. We love to say that. I want to blame the federal law enforcement, because if it was a gangbanger, and drug activities, you'll find that on his social media, on our social media, right? And then y'all want to pull out the RICO for us. But there's no way, well, I'll take that back. There's no accountability for these white terrorists, these white supremacists, these people that go out and hurt innocent people that just minding their own business. There's no measure for that. It's always, we're gonna look into it. We're gonna after the fact,
you can't have no measurements for that. I mean, they part of the white supremacists, bro.
Well,
the government, the feds, the police, all that's white supremacists.
I'm not gonna go as far as saying they.
Oh, bro, come on, bro.
No.
Come
I'm not
on,
gonna go as far.
Bro.
I can't. Well, if that's the case, then why say anything? You can't beat the system unless we're gonna beat the system, and we ain't gonna beat the system unless we know what the system's about. We all know the system. We all know that it's made to keep us in a box. We know that, but at the same time, what I'm saying is this, and I ain't disagreeing with you. What I'm saying is, the measures you take to put these young brothers on these RICO cases and these big gang cases and stuff off the internet. You see something on the internet, next thing you know, they coming to grab you. You see the same thing with these white supremacists. They already been putting it out for a year, 2 or 3 years. You understand what I mean? But it never sends a red flag for some reason. That's number one. Number two.
Why would I stop my own people?
Like I said before, man, I don't have all the answers. See, I don't know, bro. I don't know how you perceive it, but how I perceive it is, at the end of the day, I'm just calling it what it is. I know what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but I'm just calling it how I see it. What I'm saying is this. At the end of the day, yeah, they're part of that plan, but everybody that sits at that computer is not a part of that system. It's some of us that work in these systems. It's some of us that might say something. So I can't put everybody in them systems, because everybody that's in that system that look like us ain't bad either. You know what I'm saying? Just because they work for the Fed, because I work for the people. I ain't no coon. I ain't none of that. So I can't put everybody in the same box. But what I can say is, a lot of this could be nipped in the bud on this social media stuff and brought up. Now, yeah, if they have a history of it online and stuff like that, and it's not being targeted, it's not being red flagged, or whatever the case may be, then yeah, that is. And this was my point. It's bigger than our community. It's the system. And furthermore, when you have your so-called leaders going on stage, going in front of cameras and spewing hate and disinformation and want to say It ain't cool for, it's not, we don't need to teach Black history. We don't need to teach our struggles. We don't need to teach nothing like that. That pours on the fire. Young man, look at the young man. He probably ain't never had no girl. Probably ain't no girl hollering at. It's a lot of stuff might be making him mad. And the first thing you hear when you turn on TV is they fault. It's the Black people fault. You understand what I mean? He rode from my neighborhood all the way about 45 minutes away to the so-called Black side of town, went to a HBCU, finna kill some kids, got turned around. Basically, they told him, now you gotta go on somewhere, and then went to a, what I call a soft target, where people looking to just go buy stuff, doing everyday activities, go in, and he took advantage of them. Understand? Lady in the car, he killed 11 shots in the car. You know what I'm saying? Come in the store, shoot a young man, 19 years old, never gonna live his life. Shoot another young man, 29 years old, got a 4-year-old daughter. He getting his daughter out of his girlfriend out of the store. So, but then I look at that and say, okay, that's America, right? Shit happens like that. But then I look and I see where all of us get together, have these press conferences, then the governor come. And then you have some people telling us, be quiet, let's listen to the governor. Let's hear what he has to say. And he throwing money at the HBCUs for security, right? But we're not holding him accountable, or he's not holding himself accountable for the shit that he's spewing out of his mouth that adds on to this hate, that adds on to these punks, these cowards that go pick a soft target. You don't see him riding up in no real, like where the boys at with they shit. You don't never see that. You don't never see none of these little punks riding around on no hard targets. You know what I'm saying? Which I ain't calling us hard targets, but what I'm saying is it ain't never a fair fight. And I blame the system. I blame law enforcement. I blame his parents, and I blame the government. I really do. Just because I feel like it's bigger than it was bigger than him. You know, it's way bigger than him. And it's just sad. I'm mad, bro. I'm mad because he lived this close to me, right? My kids go to school. We got a dollar store, a Dollar General right in our subdivision. We got a Publix. We got all kind of shit in our subdivision. He could have went and just did the same thing, right? And it pissed me off and it scared me because I'm like, damn, why? I don't even want my kids to go out the door. You feel what I'm saying? I don't even want my wife to go to the store. It's like, damn, we just need to do online orders because these supremacists get away with everything. And then as soon as they kill themselves like some old punks, then the feds or the system, we're gonna treat this like a hate crime. The motherfucker dead. How you gonna treat anything? He dead. Hold his parents accountable. You know what I'm saying? But then again, you hold his parents accountable. Then when a brother do something in trouble, then you gonna hold their brother people accountable. So
right. I mean, you can't hold his parents accountable. I'm dude 21, bro.
Well,
you know that man.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. He stayed with his folks, right? His folks knew he had a issue, right? They know he in his room locked up all the time. They ain't checking behind him. They ain't doing nothing. Listen, if I had a grown, first of all, I got 4 kids. I'm checking their rooms all the time. Now, I can't stop them from doing everything, but what I'm gonna do is, this is my house. I'm gonna check my house. They should have been checking their house. They should have been checking their son. Period. They already know he was weird. They already know he was so-called, he'd been vapor acted when he was 17, 16 for a domestic violence thing with his brother, from what I heard, but he was a juvenile, so the case was sealed up. They knew that. Now, if they didn't believe the same thing he didn't believe, that I understand. But if you in my house, I'm finna check behind you. And I wish every parent would be more involved in their kids' life. Our mom, I'm down there for it, bro. Our mom and dad call us every day and be in our business. What y'all doing? Da 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 da. And I understand that. I don't like it, but I respect it. You know why? Because I'm gonna do the same thing to my kids. You know why? Because nobody else out there gonna do that because they don't care. We're gonna avoid these situations. We're gonna try to anyway. And I really feel that. I feel like we gotta get in our kids' business. We gotta get in our family business. You know, and that go for whether you having a mental breakdown or you might be a pervert, whatever the case may be. I'd rather try to nip it in the bud at my house than let you go out there and slaughter people for no reason. And yeah, you talking about we can't hold the parents accountable, but at the end of the day, you gotta hold them accountable a little bit. You raised them. Where he get this hate from?
Well, I mean, it could be influencers. People get
Okay.
People get influenced from online, bro. You can't just blame it on the parents. You can't just say the parents raised you that way. I mean, I know plenty. I mean, that's like us, bro. Parents raise us, go get a job, you just do that. But some of us want to just go, hey, listen, I'm gonna sell some dope. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? You influenced by other people too. You can't just always blame it on the parents.
But
that little car was 21 years old, bro.
But listen, I understand what you're saying. But as a parent, as like my parent was, especially my daddy, when he found out I was doing stuff that wasn't right, he came to me. Hey man, you better straighten that shit out. I ain't got no money to get you out no jail. That's what you do as a parent. So you can't, nobody ain't gonna tell me it ain't on you. No, it ain't on them per se. It's not on them. But at the end of the day, you have to intervene some kind of way. You gonna just let your kid go out bad all the time because they grown? No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just saying, I don't think they could have stopped it per se, because whatever gonna happen, but we don't never know. We don't never know what kind of measures they could have took to take him to get some help, or you know, whatever the case may be. Sometimes you gotta take that extra mile. As a parent, that's what our job is, bro. That's what our job is. If you know your kid out there selling dope and you don't say nothing about it, then you just as wrong as him or her. If she out there slanging her stuff and you know it ain't right, then you need to tell her, hey, look, now if she go ahead and continuously do it, then what's your rules in your house? What's in your rules in your house? You know, but at the end of the day, he's 21, which is old enough to know better. He had a license, he had a gun that was legal, so he wasn't that much of mental health because he knew all this. It was all choices.
Man, yeah, that ain't no mental health, bro.
But at the end of the day, all I'm saying is, as a responsible citizen, check your kids. You know, check your kids. Whether you can catch it or not, check your kid. He got his room locked. He telling his daddy to get a screwdriver, pop the lock, go in the room and stuff. Man, look, man, if you in my house, it's my house. It's my house. There ain't no locked doors around here unless you married. You feel me? And that's just what it is. But at the end of the day, I mean, I understand what you're saying too, but this stuff don't just happen sporadically all the time. This shit is built up. It's built up. And if you hear it, you see it, what don't
happen all the time?
I'm talking about the shootings and stuff. It's not nothing that just happens right then and there. You don't just wake up and say, for the most part. A lot of this stuff is premeditated. A lot of this stuff is boiling up. It ain't, you know, a lot of people, yeah, it happens that day, but a lot of it is cooking up in you.
Man,
it's cooking up in you. Huh?
The hate is hate.
Hate is hate. But what I'm saying is, it's signs to see everything. And if you blind to it, you know what I'm saying? If you blind as a parent, you don't know how your kid moving because you don't pay attention to it. To me personally, you doing a disservice to your child. You gotta know the signs.
Well,
it's just like your kid on drugs. You gotta know the signs.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, bro. I'm with you on. I understand where you're coming from on that. But we can't just always blame the parents either for no grown ass people. But I do understand where you're coming from, and then you can say you can blame whoever he been influenced by. You can blame the media for keep on pushing this type of subject, and as far as like they wanna say, they always like to say mental ill when it comes to them Europeans when it happen, when they have stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? They like to say mental ill. Yes, I mean everything is mental, period. You know, because it's a thought, regardless. So, but at the same time, bro, you can blame the media, you can blame the governor of y'all state that keep on pushing this separation in y'all state. You know, the black on white or anything, bro. It's just like, but and we talking about Florida, man. Florida ain't. I mean, Florida's still super racist, regardless. I mean, it ain't like ain't too much changing out here, bro. And then
It's
we can't be.
period though, because I mean,
It's
you seen with like the Michael Brown situations and the George Floyd situations and the way that media, you got this side against this side, but no sides is for us, period. And no sides for us.
It ain't set up for us, bro.
And then I'm gonna tell you this too. And we keep saying that it ain't set up for us, but what the hell we gonna do about it? We keep saying it ain't set up for us, ain't set. I mean, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? Just keep talking about it? See, this is my thing right here.
So what is it? What is the solution, bro? This is people been talking, marching, riding buses, getting their ass beat for years and years. But what is the solution, bro? I mean, we can all say, okay, let's go grab some guns and let's go to war, or we can all say, huh? What's that?
That ain't the solution.
It ain't no solution, bro.
But see,
half of us can't even sit here and have a conversation without killing each other.
First of all, number one, the solution to me, or working towards a solution, will be getting like-minded individuals together and not just putting everybody in with you and start to get some convo going, get some understanding going, and saying, oh, listen, we ain't gonna invite everybody to this barbecue because this barbecue here, this is a meeting of the minds. We need to figure it out. I ain't talking about no rich black folks that super rich and they thinking just pockets. I ain't talking about the people that's eating off the government. I'm talking about hardworking, everyday, going, raising their family, men and women, that small business, 9 to 5, those people that want to have something in the community first. Second of all, we need, me personally, not to vote left or right. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Biden gave the Asians a bill, right? As soon as some stuff happened, they gave them a bill. We still yet to have a bill, and we put him in office. So I don't want to hear from no Democrats about none of that. And then too, Republicans, they don't care too three shits about black folks. So my thing is, why do we continue to go this way or go that way? We need to go our own way, period. That's it. But the thing about it, it ain't gonna start with me. It ain't gonna start with you, or it might. But the thing about it, we need more like-minded individuals. We don't need people sitting here telling me, man, ain't shit gonna happen. Ain't shit ain't gonna never happen if you just sit there and say it ain't gonna happen. You gotta make a move. We gotta make a move. And that's why we got this podcast, because we putting information out and we want people to understand, like, hey, everybody don't think the same. Everybody ain't on the same thing, but the one thing we own is trying to have something on this land while we here and trying to be safe about it, right?
No, I mean, I totally understand, man. But going back to you just saying Democrats and Republicans, none of that stuff don't mean nothing to us, bro. It don't mean nothing to no black community, period, bro.
Okay.
So
I mean, I feel the same way, but the thing about it is, we don't have any structure.
What is voting for anybody gonna do?
I never said vote, right? I said don't vote, right?
Right. I'm just saying, but what other solution is it other than because we living off of so we hanging on to the tail of a Democrat or Republican or politics, period, to take care of our community, correct? Because we don't have leaders. We don't have leaders in our. We don't have all the leaders in our. We don't have the Black Panthers in all the neighborhoods like that no more. We don't have the people that.
And that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying let's go this way or let's go that way. I'm saying let's go our way. Let's go our way.
But what is our way?
Structure.
But
Let's get some structure. Listen, at the end of the day, unless we just gonna not do anything, we own this land just like them. We own this land just like them. They ain't no different. I ain't going to no Africa. I ain't going to no Costa Rica. This our land just like that. We built this shit too. And they gonna respect that. But we gotta make them respect it. Whether it be through force or whether it be through not participating in their bullshit. Because at the end of the day, the thing about it is, it's just like why they got all the immigrant stuff coming. It's all about votes. They want votes because they want the other side to feel like they got more power than the other side. Listen, the biggest demographic of voters, especially for Democrats, are black people, right? Black people, black women. If we cut that piece of the pie out of them, sooner or later, they're going to be losing because we already losing. So it don't matter to us. They're going to be losing. This side going to be losing or they're going to be winning, whatever the case may be. Now we got some negotiation at the table. And now it ain't no promises being made. I promise if you vote for me, I'm going to do it. Now, I want that shit on paper. I want it stamped up. And yeah, it might not work for everybody, but it'll get the ball rolling. See, it's called holding your vote hostage. Because we're citizens. No matter what nobody say.
But I think it's bigger than that though, bro. We can't be thinking
so what's your answer then, bro? Because I mean, you don't believe in nothing.
It ain't no answer, bro. But we can't sit here thinking that it's gonna be. It just ain't, bro. Think about it. Look at throughout the years, bro. Even if you got a group of 100 men to even talk the same talk that we talking, bro, that's not gonna change nothing.
Okay,
it's not gonna change nothing, bro. We just in a time that a lot of things is not gonna change regardless. I don't care how many people put together, bro. But if you talk about just holding our vote, bro, you can vote 100 times or hold your vote. They still got a system in play that still ain't gonna help the black community. Period, bro.
It ain't just holding your vote. It ain't just holding your vote. It's several different things. I'm just saying, in a broad sense of the term, it ain't just holding your vote. A lot of it is getting some of these so-called some of these niggas out of our neighborhood that ain't doing no good. Some of it is letting too many of these white folks companies in our neighborhood and these Asians and everybody else come in our neighborhood, take over and then disrespect us. We don't own anything. So it's bigger than that. It ain't just voting. I'm just saying it's a mirror of things that we have to get together, like-minded individuals, not be fussing and shit like that, but really say, you know what do we need? We don't own no electrical grids. We don't own no water sources. We don't own nothing. We depend on everybody. So, I mean, what else can we do other than make a deal? We can't do nothing but make a deal. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, we can sit back and say, oh, man, we ain't going to do nothing. They ain't for us. Nah, they ain't for us. So we got to carve our own way. That's what I'm saying. We got to be diplomatical. You can't sit here and say, we ain't going to do shit, because I'm going to tell you something. They going to still be planning, and we still going to be here, and guess who's going to fall into their plan? Us. That's how slavery started. Because we didn't have our shit, because we didn't organize like we were supposed to. We let everybody in. And that's how the shit go. At the end of the day, we got to have a plan. Prior planning prevents poor performance. 5 P's. That's the real shit.
So we can say nothing. So even on our level, so what are we doing? Okay, we doing a podcast. We putting out information. We having these little meetings on the side, outside of the podcast with other like-minded brothers. But what's the next level? You know what I'm saying? Then you got the politics. You got the people that got money. You got the people that can fund stuff, right? How can we come together on that level? Because they ain't talking to no, I mean, the 9 to 5 people ain't talking to the people that's the 1%ers that's in the black community. You see what I'm saying? Like, and then you can't say they can relate the same way, because like you just said, our neighborhood, your neighborhood and my neighborhood don't look like most of our people neighborhood.
Exactly.
It's just dope. You know, me and you ain't in the hood like that.
No.
Yeah,
we
speaking for it because you know we come in the upbringing. You know, we ain't come from no rich family or nothing. But it's like, how can we all come together on some type of like-minded or building on some type of foundation that can say that is ours. This is what we're doing for our people. This is what we're doing for our culture. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of us, you can go and talk and be like, hey man, it's for our people. Be like, oh bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm with, you know what I'm saying? White people been treating me real good. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like we already we so far gone as a people now, bro. It ain't the struggle anymore. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you got some of us struggling and some of us not struggling. But it's a lot of us ain't struggling anymore. So we ain't like, oh man, I'm gonna fight the power, but I'm staying in my $2-3 million home.
Right. Nah, you totally right. You totally right on that. But I say this. Marcus Garvey, at the time when he was out here, you know, as a black man, he was doing pretty decent. He could have stopped trying to fight for black folks, but he didn't. Martin Luther King was doing pretty decent. He ain't stopped fighting for black folks. So I say that to say this. Well, we don't have to do this, like you said, but our passion is to put our people on another level, to think outside the box, to stop asking for so much help and say, let's fix this shit ourselves. You understand what I mean? Maybe we do have to go buy parts over there on that side of town, but guess what? If that's going to help me build this car, then I'm going to have to do it in a strategic way. You know, because we ain't gonna, we don't have resources like that. Let's just be honest. So we gonna have to do what we have to do. It's called a bartering system. You do a little bit for me, I do a little bit for you. That don't mean me and you gotta be best friends. That's business. Regardless. See, a lot of it is that a lot of us either doing well or we waiting on somebody to give us some shit. Some people just gonna have to tough it out. But me personally, what we're doing, the podcast, what this podcast really stands for on my end is to give this knowledge, get this representation, and to also talk in an articulate fashion to put us on a whole nother page. Now, if you get some of us that's looking at this podcast and, man, them niggas ain't doing nothing, they just selling out, then they don't need to come. I'm not for you. I'm for the people that's trying to have some. Me and you ain't gotta do this. Let's be real. We ain't got to do this. I ain't trying to shit on nobody, but we ain't got to do this. You know, I work a job, you work a job. Got properties, all kind of shit. That ain't for that. What this for is to let my kids know where they people come from, and to also know that, hey, you can keep building and bring your people along if y'all like-minded. That's all I'm saying. That's what my position is. My position is for the people that never left Boston, Georgia, and Thomas County, in Lowndes County, and Cairo, and all that. That's my position. It's a lot of us that grew up with us. They ain't never went nowhere, ain't never been nowhere, ain't never known nothing. And if we can't give them a nugget or two that we already know, then we just as effed up as them. To be real, to me, it's all about putting that hand out and say, "Come on, bruh. Come on, I can't give you no money, but I can give you a nugget. You gave me nuggets plenty of times and I made bank off of it." Right. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what that's about. That's all I'm saying. It ain't so much the government. The government, I already know about that. We always discussed that. All I'm saying is, look, you gotta play the game a little bit. You got, in order to get where we need to get to. That's it. That's all you have to do. Sometimes you gotta wear a shirt and tie to go tell these people you want to work for them, even though you don't want to work for them. But you gotta play the game. You can be the realest, so-called realest nigga in the world, but at the end of the day, you gotta go get a paycheck because you got 5 kids. And child support, they don't want to hear that you ain't trying to work for the man. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta get it. So you gotta so-called sell out. It ain't no selling out. It's doing what you gotta do.
Right.
It's doing what you got to do until you can do better. It's laying a foundation. Like I said before.
It's definitely no sellout, bro.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
bills gonna always be here. You got to learn how to pay them bills regardless.
Because if you want something, you got to work for it. No matter what. Ain't shit free.
It don't matter if you're an entrepreneur or not. But going back to where we as far as the solution goes though, yeah, we doing our part as far as putting out the nuggets, bringing in, speaking to the younger crew, and just speaking to other men, other women that's like minded. But the number one thing we have to start off with, we got to get rid of these niggas, man. We got to get rid of the bad cancer that's in the community. Period. I was talking to a lady the other day, and she said she came home and a teenager was breaking in her car. I said, my God. I don't know what I could have did if that could have happened to me. You know what I'm saying? Just being who I am and just knowing that I have a weapon on me, because I could have been frightened for my life because I don't know what that person got. You see what I'm saying? She come home, door wide open, foot hanging out, and I could have been like, oh my God. You see what I'm saying? So that's the type of stuff we talking about right there. We talking about young kids destroying the community that we live in. You see what I'm saying? Aunties, grandmas, they're scared to go to the store. They're scared to come outside. People shooting through the windows and all kind of stuff. We have to stop that, bro. We have to find some type of way to control the way these kids is getting influenced. Also from these other states or other countries or other gang members or whatever. Gangs wouldn't be so bad if we wasn't killing each other. Gangs really was formed to fight against the police, to protect the black community. That what gangs was formed for. That was the whole purpose of it. But we need to get back to, we need to cut the cancer out of the community, bro. I mean, yeah, we can talk about the white man, we can talk about the white supremacist stuff. They can continue doing what they're doing. They're gonna continue doing that regardless. That's what they built on. They built on hate. That just, I ain't talking about all Europeans. I'm talking about, y'all know what I'm talking about. They built on hate. They built on killing. They built on raping. You know what I'm saying? Genocide. That's what they built on. We represent a day of genocide. Think about it. Thanksgiving, Christopher Columbus. Them days right there. That's straight. We celebrate genocide. So we have to stop that in our community first, bro. The people that look like us, we have to cut them out first. We have to get rid of them, get them out in the community. Then we can start building some way, somehow. If that's your brother, your sister, your auntie, your cousin, your brother, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. We got to get rid of them first, bro. We can talk all this white, black, white stuff all day, man. But if we can't face the people that look like us, or the people that talk like us, or the people that move like us, we ain't going nowhere.
And when we saying cut the cancer or get them out, it's getting them ultimatums. It's basically saying, look, son, brother, cousin, darling, whatever the case may be, we in the same family, we grow up the same, everything cool, right? Understand? I ain't trying to tell on you. I don't want you going to prison. Oh, no. You strong out here than going in there. But listen, if my kids can't go play because I'm worried about a straight bullet hitting them because you see a op, right? And you can't fight the op with your hands, and I don't even know what y'all fighting for because these days y'all fighting over words, then you putting my folks in danger. You putting your folks in danger. So you got to go. But guess what? We live by this so-called no snitching code, or I'm gonna keep it real code, not why should I live in fear? Which I'm not living in fear. Why should our people live in fear? Because everybody can't afford to leave. When people say, well, just leave. You can't, everybody can't afford to leave.
Right. I'm telling you,
everybody can't afford it. Everybody can't afford to just jump up and move schools. And, sometimes you can create your own monsters. And that's what we have done also. We let shit linger. We let kids be bad without saying, sit your ass down. We let the system continue to suspend our kids, expel our kids, put them in special ed, all this other stuff, and then they coming out, they don't have no opportunities. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us can't handle them because we work 14 hours a day, 7 days a week, 5 kids at home, trying to figure out how to do it, and then we get the government to give us a little check. Now the government think they own us. That's why shit ain't free, because you always gonna have to pay some kind of way. You understand what I mean? So when we saying cut the cancer out, we saying giving you an ultimatum to lay. Come on, let's straighten it out. Let's figure it out. If you gotta work at McDonald's, cool. Work at McDonald's for a little bit. It ain't, listen, you do what you gotta do till you can do better. That's it. That's it. That's the word. That's life. That's being a man. First of all, you do what you gotta do until you can do better. Ain't no retirement plan in selling dope. Ain't no retirement plan in robbing people, especially your own folks. Cause guess what? If I don't get you now, I'm gonna get you later. And now it's a food, what they call food chain. She gonna keep happening over and over and over. So when I get you, your brother gonna get me, then my brother gonna get you, and it's gonna continue to go. And guess what? That's bigger than white supremacists to me, because we killing each other. We might as well play Russian roulette with each other. You understand what I mean? So when we say cut the cancer, we talking about the negative influences in our community. Correct. Listen, ain't no white supremacist, to me personally, will have the cojones, the nuts, to go to a community that has strong people in it and start no shit. They only choose people that they already know is divided in those communities. That's doing what they do every day, which is living within their means. They ain't finna go where me and you go, even though we're mixed community, but they already know it's gonna be a fucking shootout. Straight up, excuse my language, but that's what it's gonna be. But when they know you beefing with the dude across the street that you grew up around, then they know you a soft target, because you ain't worried about them. Everybody probably will let him ride around their little neighborhood and everything. They ain't question him none. But let me and you ride around the north side of Jacksonville or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Where he from? What you want? What you claim? What you done? But you ain't asked him, and he riding around with a bulletproof vest on and gloves. You understand what I mean? So it's the mindset. The mindset has to change with us, period. And ain't no politician gonna change that. Ain't nothing gonna change that but us. Right. But like you say, we have to address the cancer in our community. Definitely. First.
Definitely got to do that, bro. And we gotta stop being so influenced by bull crap, bro. Everybody stop living for the moment. And I mean, enjoy the moment, but it's so much more. You know, we can talk about the movies, we can talk about the music, we can talk about social media, we can talk about a whole bunch of stuff that influence our generations and next generation of a lot of bull crap. You know, so we gotta cut a lot of that out, man. But going back to that white boy, that coward mindset that he did, I hate that he didn't face no type of consequences. You know, he went out like a little punk. And like you said, I hope his parents do. I hope they do something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they're gonna do, man. But when I heard DeSantis talk and everybody booed him, so that they should have booed him, because this is tough. You can't come over here and be talking all that bull crap for so long, then come and try to cover it up. You know, you can't cover up a gun wound with a Band-Aid. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't be coming around here doing oh well, you know, it's bad, he's a scumbag, and he's a coward. Like, bruh,
you built that though, bruh, like a builder belt.
You've been talking about that, bro. You've been talking about that for the last few months now. Now all of a sudden you want to come around here, you want to play little this and you want to play little that, bro. I'm glad they booed him, bro. I wish they never welcomed him in the neighborhood, to be honest with you. And for the black people that was sticking up for him, man, y'all shut the hell up, man. That's what's wrong with us now, bro. We got some of y'all, oh man, y'all be quiet, don't boo him, don't boo him. Bruh, what is wrong with us, man? And it's just, and that's what I be talking about as far as we so far away from coming together, bruh. Because you either got the people that the cancerous people that we need to get rid of, and then you got the other people that are just playing both sides of the field. You see what I'm saying? And then you got someone that just ain't with us, period. I don't care if they look like us, all kinfolk, all skinfolk ain't kinfolk. You see what I'm saying? So we got to find a base somewhere, bruh, where we can kind of come together on, man. But it's gonna take a lot, bro. A lot.
No, I'm totally with you with that, because my thing is, look, man, don't come over here when after some shit done happen. Come over here when it's a regular day, when people really need you. Fact. Not when shit happen. First of all, what I get tired of us praying with the enemy.
Real.
You know what I mean? See, I ain't no religious fella, but I'm very spiritual, and I feed off energy. And when stuff like that happen, and then you get the enemy come in and he say, let's pray, or we need to pray, or we need to do all that energy that he's putting out there, y'all soaking it up. And now it's okay. And guess what he gonna do? He gonna go right back to his office and sign more laws against us. You understand what I mean? And you know, a lot of the older generation, I would say this, a lot of the older generation don't like to look bad in front of the white folks. Let's be real. But they don't. You know, we grew up seeing it. But it's a time where in our generation, we don't care about none of that. We want action. We want progress. We want to see something stamped. You understand what I mean? I'm not finna pray with somebody that tell me that my kids can't go to school and learn about the real history of America. You think I'm finna go and listen to that cat? No. And then it's just like the dude, if you check out our Instagram page, I put a rail up where the guy was up there in Atlanta when Trump was getting locked up. He got a shirt that say "nigga for Trump." Old black man too, older black dude too. You feel me? So it's like them the kinds you gotta cut out too. They cancerous too. They're a different form of cancer. You understand what I mean? Because they'll kill the community by wanting you to pray and look the other way and turn the other cheek and everything else. And we don't need no stores. Hey, them the ones, I'm gonna tell you, them the ones, though, bro. Them the ones when we try to sell our merch, say, $30. I don't know about that, but then they come back with a $40, $50 Columbia shirt, a Salt Life, or some old stupid shit from one of these stores. Now they done gave a corporation that probably got no black people on their board they 50 hard-earned dollars when they could have gave it to us and we put it in our foundation to help a young man or a young woman in the community with their schooling. You know what I'm saying? A mom that's out there that works every day and she can't feed her kids and give her some gas money or some stuff like that. But see, we don't do that in our community. We look down at the people like our people because she should have went to school. Why she got so many kids? Or why he got locked up? He got locked up for the simple shit that a lot of people do. But now he can't get a job. Our foundation is helping, trying to put people in places to win. You understand what I mean? But a lot of us look down at us, and that's wrong. But they'll go and pray with these people. And I ain't talking about white people. I'm talking about the people that's against us, against the betterment of our community. That's what I'm talking about. Because I don't want people, and you talking about like, no, I'm talking about, I don't give a damn. If you a brother, and you, just like the brother that had that niggas for Trump shirt, we don't need you. Go over there.
Bro, that's hilarious.
Be Steven. You know what I'm saying? With Monsieur Candy on Django. Be that guy if that's what you want to be. But don't come over here. Don't come over here with that. Man, I don't want that shit. Got me pissed off.
I definitely understand what you're saying, bro. And I think it was a great conversation. And but hey, I just want to say, man, that niggas for Trump shirt was hilarious. But it's so real, bro. But niggas for Trump or niggas for Biden, bro, y'all all the same. But either way it goes.
All the same. So, and I ain't picking one over the other. They still two old ass white men that didn't like black people and probably still don't like black people.
Right, and yeah, because Biden did so much crap to black people, bro. I mean, he ruined so many black communities, so many black lives. So before we get off, man, I want to say something about Biden too, bro. The moment, like you said, the moment the Chinese people, the Asian people would start getting their ass towed up, so-called, boom, a law just went by.
It was one person. It was one person, and it was on the news. They wasn't a whole bunch.
Correct. So, but black people been getting their ass tore up for years. For so many years, and we get a holiday pass. A holiday that we already been celebrating. You see what I'm saying? So it doesn't even make any sense. All you did was give everybody a day off. And you gave the people that don't really give a shit about us a day off.
And then they complain about it, but they barbecuing.
But hey, come on, man. It's just so funny, man. But that's all I had to say, man. We need those laws in hand if we're gonna try to play in the same playing field, man. But like I said, rest easy, rest peace to the victims that passed away, that died from this little coward, little lame ass white boy. And many blessings to y'all family, man. Everybody, man, y'all better stay on y'all P's and Q's. Like straight up, be alert, like stay alert. Learn these laws, learn a way to get out of the situation if you have to get out of the situation. Stop being out here just wasting time. If you on social media, research, bro. Research some good stuff, but stay armed at all times. Stay alert at all times. I'd rather be caught with one without or caught without one. So I don't care what you got going on in life, bro. Always stay strapped and always be ready for whatever, man. So, Mike, you have any last remarks before we get off?
Just be safe and look. Just understand that anything can happen at any time.
At any time.
The rules of engagement. If somebody come at you wrong, you handle your business. Now, I ain't saying something that you can walk away from. Just walk away from. But if you feel like you threatened or you see something that's not normal in your neighborhood, say something. And also for our fans that's not black, if you got a friend, you got a cousin, you got a daddy, and they racist. I'm talking about super racist. They don't like nobody or nothing. And you still cool with them and you ain't checked them, you just as wrong as them.
Almost definitely.
You just as wrong as them. If you know they spitting this stuff and then you come and be my friend at work, but then when you get off work, you go drink beer with Bobby, and Bobby sitting there calling me everything but a child of God, then don't come to me. Don't be my friend. You just as wrong as Bobby, because Bobby want to see me on that tree. He just ain't did it yet, if you understand what I mean. So put yourself in our shoes sometime. Put yourself in our shoes. Because I'm going to tell you something. If the tables were turned, I ain't going to let my homeboy talk about you because you my homeboy. And we take that personal where I come from, white, black, or whatever. If you my homeboy, you with me. I ain't gonna let nobody disrespect you. So in turn, I want the same respect. So if you know something, say something. And that's being real.
That's being real, man. So once again, man, I think this was a great conversation. Stay alert, learn the laws. And just look out for each other, people, man. So, hey, once again, we definitely appreciate y'all. Hey, go check out the website. Go grab the merch. You know what I'm saying? We still have merch on. Go support the podcast. This is how we just keep it going and keep it flowing, man. So we definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in to the I Don't Even Know Bruh podcast with your host, King God, and your other host, Mike Chacho. What up, Mike? Joe!
I don't even know, bruh.
I don't even know, bruh. Love.
Mike Chacho, King God, what it is. I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh. I don't even know, bruh. Yeah, y'all know what time it is. Time for us to crank up, time to tune in.